It has become increasingly obvious that the higher powers in this world, the elites, the system, whatever you want to call it, it's become obvious that they are trying to keep us in a box. They're trying to keep us in that loop, living life on autopilot, mindlessly scrolling day in and day out, clocking in every single day without a critical thought, clocking in day and day out without critically thinking about anything that goes on, being force fed all this nonsense through the media. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard what's been going on with the whole Charlie Kirk incident, even with the whole David incident that's pretty big in the news right now. Now, rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. I didn't necessarily agree with everything that he said, but still, no one deserves to go out like that, especially if they have a family that depends on them. Anyway, the point I want to get to is that we live in this world that is increasingly looking to keep us in a box. And with that being said, I see more and more people giving up or raising the white flag, as you would say, day by day. And honestly, I can't really blame them for wanting to surrender in this case. Makes sense. The world is so grim. What do you really have to look forward to nowadays, right? A lot of people are resorting to nostalgia as their source of good or feeling like things are quote unquote normal. I see a lot of people going back to playing old games. I'm playing an old game right now. I'm playing Pokemon Emerald Recharged Edition, so it's a ROM hack with a couple of neat little quality of game improvements. Can't blame you for wanting to go back to the nostalgic route. Now, with all that being said, here are 3 things that I think that everyone should be doing more of, or incorporating into their life in order to, I hate this term, but escape the matrix. I had to say it, guys. I'm sorry, because that's really what it is at the end of the day. Really, you want to escape this trap, this little loop that they got us going in. And listen, if you are one of those people that have decided, hey, I don't really care, I'm just gonna give up, I'm gonna live my life on autopilot, I'm gonna clock in, I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to survive, and I'm not gonna question anything that anyone says, I'm not gonna live for myself, I'm just gonna follow the script, follow the system by any means, then that's fine. That's your route. I'm not going to disagree with you. I am going to disagree with you, but I'm not going to contest your viewpoint on life, because listen, everyone can live their life how they want to live it. But over here at Polo Vision, we want to strive to be better versions of ourselves. We want to improve 1% better every single day, regardless of our situation. So here are 3 things that I would do to better your life. Number 1 is get out of your comfort zone. Now, getting out of your comfort zone is a big one, because like I said, all of these, the system is designed to keep you in this box. It's designed to keep you in a loop, so it has you doing the things that you are comfortable doing. For example, scrolling on your phone all the time. That's something that everyone is pretty much comfortable doing. And listen, I find myself doing that often as well. Every time I catch myself, I will take myself off the app. I'll throw my phone somewhere else and I'll just take a break, because you don't want to be chronically online again. And this all has to do with being comfortable, right? Scrolling makes you feel comfortable. You get that nice hit of dopamine, and now you're thinking, oh, that's great, now I feel good, I can just do this for a little bit, I'm gonna feel good as I'm doing it. But it's like, bro, that's not really adding any value to your life. If anything, you're just wasting time, and we know time is a finite resource, right? We don't get any more time than the time that is allotted to us. So getting out of your comfort zone is something that we need to do. So there's one example that I have from my life, and listen, I'm pretty big into working out. I've been doing it for about 10 years. I've been lifting weights for about 10 years. I have a pretty good physique. I'll probably put it up on the screen somewhere here. And one thing that I did back in the day, or a couple of years ago, when I wanted to increase my pull-up strength, well, actually I couldn't even perform a pull-up properly until I started doing this. I basically went outside every single day for like 4 or 5 months straight, every single day. And it was like during the winter time. I started in autumn or fall, and I went throughout the winter, and I finished up in the spring. And throughout that time, my pull-up strength increased immensely. And this is all due to the fact that I was willing to get out of my comfort zone and do pull-ups every single day outside, right? And granted, this was during COVID, so gyms were closed. So I was thinking in my head, listen, I'm not going to let that stop me. I have no excuses. I want to get stronger. I want to do this. So I'm going to do it. And then I went from being able to do one kind of shit rep of a pull-up to doing 10 in a row, doing 3 sets of 10, doing 5 sets of 10. And it started to improve and improve because I was doing it every single day. The repetition obviously added up. And also my mental fortitude, I would say, or my mental strength got a whole lot better throughout those months. Why? Is because every day that I wanted to quit, or every day that I didn't quote unquote feel like doing it, I forced myself to do it. Because at the end of the day, I knew that the goal of me getting good at pull-ups would increase my back strength, make my back look better. So that's what kept me going, and I kept doing it. And in the process, I got out of my comfort zone, and guess what? I reaped the benefits, right? That's a great example that I can use for getting out of your comfort zone. Number 2 is building a routine. Now, this is a big one. I'm going to use the same example of doom scrolling, because if this is a part of your routine, which I imagine that it's part of a lot of people's routine, especially if you're, I don't know, probably like anywhere from like 15 to 25, maybe even 30. Listen, I catch my parents sometimes doom scrolling, because once they downloaded those apps, fucking TikTok and Instagram and all these things, bro, they got caught in the algorithm too, bro. And listen, these apps are designed to be addictive. So building a routine and sticking to that routine is essential if you want to break out of this matrix, right? The reason behind that is a routine is going to help you structure out your day. So I'll give you guys an example. This is the routine that I follow. Now, granted, my life, before I even tell you guys my routine, my life is a little different. I am a full-time caregiver for my mom because she's bedridden. So a lot of what I do is taking care of her, making sure that she's good throughout the day, doing a lot of caregiving activities. But back to the routine, I wake up, I make sure that I don't touch my phone for the first 30 minutes. In that first 30 minutes, I'll brush my teeth, I'll get ready, I'll do whatever I need to do. I will stretch and meditate, and I'll pray. All within these 30 minutes, I'll take my vitamins, I'll drink 2 full water bottles of water, right? I have this water bottle, I fill it up, I drink all of it. I basically chug it, and then I fill it up once more, I chug it again, make sure that I'm hydrated. And then after those 30 minutes, then I will touch my phone, get into work. I do day trading in the morning, so I'll do that. I'll read. And again, this is just my morning routine, but you guys get the point. I'll go to the gym at some point in the day. I will cook. I'll do all my caregiving activities. I have all these things. I'll make videos. I have all these things that I need to do, and I have a strict routine that I follow. And let's say you build this routine, but you're unable to stick to it. Best thing I can tell you for that is if you have a hard time building a routine because you find that you can't stick to the things that you say you'll do, make it simpler. So you've never done anything regarding routine, don't try to add 10 things to your schedule. Do that one thing for a week straight. Then for the second week, do 2 things, or add another. So now you have 2 things, and do that for another week straight. And then you can add another one. Now you have 3 things that you do, because what you'll find is that the first week, when you just focus on that one thing, it is way easier than trying to focus on 10 different things, because it's going to be so much harder. And also, if you are unable to keep up with the 10 things, you're going to be that much more discouraged to continue the routine. Whereas if you can build up those small wins by just focusing on that one thing, you're going to feel a whole lot better. And it's way easier to build a routine doing that method than to try to overload yourself with 10 things at once. So give that a try. Whatever your routine may be, I don't know what you want to do, but there are plenty of things that you can do. So that's building a routine. Number 3 is learn a skill. Now, personally, the skill I've chosen to learn is day trading. Now, I've been doing this for about 4 or 5 years. Pretty unsuccessful, but I've seen a little bit of success within the last month. And again, it's mainly due to the things that I've been applying, the things that I'm talking about in this video. Getting out of my comfort zone, building a routine is a big one. Those 2 things, once I focused in and I honed in more on building my routine that I need to follow strictly, that has helped my trading a lot. Anyway, you need to build a skill that will potentially help you earn either extra income or enough income to keep you going, right? Or enough income to supplement your current income, which I'm assuming is a job, a 9-to-5. And the reason I say this is because we live in a society where the cost of living is gone through the roof. I don't really need to explain this to you guys. If you guys go outside, you guys realize that even when you step out the door, it feels like you need to spend $100 for jack shit. Whereas back in the day, like 10, 15 years ago, $100 actually felt like a lot of money. Now $100 feels like boom, you're just throwing it on food or whatever, this and that. Bro, it's gone. $100 when you step out the door, $100 is gone. That's how I think about it now. So with that being said, and wages haven't really increased either, right? With that being said, we are at a loss now because value of our dollar is less than it was before, but the cost of things have gone up significantly. So your two options here are either cut back on your spending, which is already hard in and of itself, or two, you need to focus on making more income. Now, I like to live in abundance, so we are going to focus on making more income. That is our primary objective here. So my skill of choice is day trading, but there are plenty of skills out there. For example, even like making YouTube videos, or I saw comments in my other video about a guy that started a dog walking business and was making hella bread off of that. Look how that idea in and of itself doesn't sound like it's gonna make you a lot of money, but clearly it is. So listen, we live in a time where it's super hard to make money, but it's also very easy. We have the most opportunity, but at the same time, if you don't act on it, if you don't put in the action, if you don't formulate a plan, if you don't keep yourself in check and make sure that you don't fall victim to all these distractions that I mentioned earlier, mainly the phone is the biggest one that's keeping us in this box. I feel like a lot of people, they work throughout the day. This is the consensus I get. There are a lot of people where they work throughout the day, but they're unable to, all they do after work is just scroll on their phone, watch Netflix, play video games. Nothing wrong with doing any of these things, but you have to do it in moderation, right? Listen, if all you do is work and then just stay on a device, there's definitely a problem with that. And if you don't see a problem with that, I don't know what to tell you. But those are the three things, guys. Let me know what you guys. So those are the three things, guys. Number one was get out of your comfort zone. Number two was build a routine. And number three was find a skill that you like and learn it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I know a lot more people are becoming aware of this matrix that we are stuck in, the systematic trap that the quote unquote elites have designed perfectly for us to be stuck in and have almost no control or power to do anything. But listen, the walls are closing in, but we have a chance. We have opportunities to get out of it. We just got to make sure that we are diligent and we take action. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. Is there anything that you would add to the list? Any thoughts on what you guys think is going on in today's world? Let me know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching and stay frosty, my friends.